Our guest is Catherine Martin, UMD Chancellor. Catherine, you're kind of winding down a nice, successful career in Duluth, and just reflect back a little bit on your UMD tenure.
Well, I can remember very distinctly arriving here in December of 1994 on a cold, foggy day, thinking, where on earth am I, and what am I doing here? And then coming back the end of January and being announced as Chancellor, and it was a very thrilling moment. It's 3.5 hours from where I grew up, and I had worked kind of across the United States, and I felt like I was coming home. My father's side of the family came from Minnesota, and it was kind of a dream come true in many respects. I had no idea how I was going to do as a chancellor, having been a fine arts student, but the pieces all came together, and I've had a great time.
And what were some of the original needs that you had? Infrastructural needs, academic
I think the
needs?
first thing that was so obvious, it was like getting hit in the head with a ball bat, was the library situation. We had a sick library and nobody could use it. People were leaving the library. It was a mess. And so you can't have a university worth its salt without a library. And so that became the first, kind of the cornerstone of the changes and the cornerstone of what needed to happen on the campus. And after that, we just began to build a campus that supported the faculty and the students where it hadn't in the past. And it was never a hard sell. It was never a hard sell to alumni. There were times Greg Fox and I went to the legislature and it seemed like a harder sell. But it wasn't as hard as it might have been. People understood the student body up here deserved to have a campus they could be proud of. And so there we were. We also did some very important things internally to the campus, starting an honors program, being accepted into Mortarboard, which is a university honors society, adding 2 doctoral programs, integrated biological sciences, a PhD, and an EDD in education. So what we were able to accomplish was kind of across the board. Somebody said I was a bricks and mortar chancellor. Well, you might call it that, but really what we did was provide what the people needed to achieve their potential, to realize their potential, achieve their dreams. And it worked.
And today, of course, Dr. Martin, we're at the Heritage Sports Center where the UMD Bulldogs women's hockey team is preparing for their first round WCHA playoffs. And you've seen the 3 or 4 national championship run, and it's been one of the things that I'm sure you're proud of.
I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of Bob Nielsen's run with the football team, and I thought they had a great season this year. Women's basketball, women's volleyball. What I'm most proud about, though, with all of those student athletes is the grades that they achieve en route to these athletic successes. And I think that's why we're really here, to graduate these students. And I'm very proud of their grade points.
And your successor, what would you tell him or her in terms of to keep the momentum going, or what would be your advice to your successor?
I think that successors don't always ask for advice. They come in and they have their own ideas. I certainly did. But I think there's great momentum here. We've been doing some great hiring, and I think what I would hope for them is that they withstand the next year's budget crunch and maintain the momentum. That requires a lot of time and energy on the road, and I hope that's what they do.
One final question, Catherine, I'll let you go. I see Bob Nielsen over here. He's probably your driver today.
No, I drove myself.
You did. What does the future look like for you?
It looks very promising. My golf game has gone to pot since I've been a chancellor, and so I'm going to try and get that back on track. I'm going to try and do some skiing, and I might even try ice skating again. Okay. I love to bicycle in the summer. There are a lot of things like that. I really want to get back in good physical condition. I want to do some writing and a lot of reading.
Okay.
And some of the things I just didn't have time.
Okay, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you for everything you've done for our
community. Thanks very much.
Yeah.